The Crappy Quiz
on Off the Ball
with McDonald's curry sauce. Ireland's favourite curry sauce. Makes food taste unreal.
Right, you're very welcome along to this week's episode. Welcome to the shoutiest segment on a multitude of platforms. The scintillating, stupefying, splendido Crappy Quiz. As you know by now, we have a saucy new sponsor. The Crappy Quiz is brought to you by McDonald's curry sauce, Ireland's favourite curry sauce. Whether your favourite is the original red tub, the new squeezy curry sauce, or the curry noodles, you can't go wrong with McDonald's. Unlike these three chumps who are with us today, let's get into it. The most important part of any Crappy Quiz, the Crappy Quizzers. Allow me to welcome today's contestants. First up, Mike Breen on YouTube summed it all up in the comments of last week's quiz. There are 3 certainties in life. 1, death. 2, taxes. 3, Adrian Barry complaining about his questions being far harder than everybody else's on the Crappy Quiz. And he's back this week to moan his way to another last place. It's the foundation of the Crappy Quiz Nation. Adrian, who's your daddy? Barry.
We had somebody making the same point on the comments for OTB AM this morning as well, and then I read out that comment, and then they replied with a, oh, well, no, to be fair, you are actually normally have a point, like.
Oh, okay, cool story, bro. Our next contestant is only interested.
The clock is on today.
We've 35 minutes, we got to get out of here.
In 3 things this week. 1, Connacht's road to Challenge Cup glory, which stops through Treviso tomorrow. 2, regaining his Crappy Quiz crown after a succession of lamentable performances. And 3, most importantly of all, finally securing his Crappy Quiz forever nickname. So please give it up for Cameron. Don't call me the Englishman who went up a hill and came down a mountain.
Right, okay.
That's definitely
That's going to be really
That's going to
handy
be
in
so
second
great in the Wikipedia round, honest to God. Thank you, Monsieur Gilroy.
That's not me. Don't worry. I'm
It's a shadowy quiz.
just a patsy.
You're just, you just feed the information.
I mean, it should be Henry, right?
Henry is the best one.
Constitution was good.
Hollywood.
Constitution's good. Hollywood also. I will
Sugar
accept.
gets my vote. We should put it out to a poll.
Sure, yeah, every single, it'll be like
No,
a
just
30
do one off poll, end of.
I like the guy who called him Cameron
So-
Hill.
Do we not now need to be signed up to Twitter? Do we not have to be giving Elon Musk
give
money
Elon a
to
few-
do a poll? So
Twitter
that-
Electoral College.
That's not going to happen. If anybody's any good suggestions for Cameron's nickname that are better than "Don't call me the Englishman who went up a and came down a mountain."
That's great. Thank you so much, everybody. for
How
that.
are we going to shorten this for the round in question? What are we going to do?
An essay of a nickname.
The fact that it has to be finished after a surname is just not
No.
cricket.
No.
Finally, it's quite simply the most popular dinner dance host in the Midlands. It's Larry Birr O'Callaghan.
Oh, I thought I was getting a nickname for a minute. Just that slight stall. The only loser in this chair as you're racing through is the guy who every week puts the timestamp into the YouTube to say when the quiz starts.
He can still do that if it's like
It's
30
going to be
seconds.
like 1 minute 20
Yeah.
today, yeah.
I'm not racing through it. It's just we just we obviously we haven't been at our best. We will do better next week, I promise.
People love the crap talk. That's why they're here.
Oh, look, I'm not denying that. I think that I could have been better. I could have brought more to this, and maybe we would have got somewhere else.
You've let yourself down, Joe. That's fair enough.
Yeah,
That's-
exactly.
Yeah.
Taking responsibility for my actions.
Yeah.
As ever, the format is a classic Crappy Quiz with a series of questions and a range of themes, and it's on to the slip and slide trivia in the egalitarian, never unfair rapid fire round. Can you tell that this is the first time I'm reading this? Can you?
It's not like you read it every week.
Is there a bit of a giveaway? I do.
Do you ever think that someday you'll
generally
just take it away for a couple of hours and like
I'll make it good?
yeah, or
But then it wouldn't be a
memorize
Crappy
it.
Quiz.
Memorize it.
What? Right, you can podcast the Crappy Quiz on the off. Why would you memorise it?
Well,
What's the point
because
of
you've been
memorising
stumbling
stuff?
over it for the last 10 years.
Well,
It's
that
Les
part of
Dennis's and so on would have known
It's
all
called
Is that part of the secret curry sauce?
it's called the Crappy Quiz.
you two are missing the point with your attempted slickness, and I'm not sure that the audience would respond to that, Adrian or Larry.
That's a fair shout. They enjoyed Will though. Will.
That's what I'm saying. I don't think
His
they did.
cameo.
I think his sock puppet accounts did. Anyway, feel free to go back and listen to last week's show too, where the good Dr. Arthur O PhD declared Michael Phelps' Olympic gold medals a bit of a cod, despite having nearly 3 times more than any other human alive or dead. If you're listening on radio, then watch this farce unfold in glorious technicolour by subscribing to our channel on YouTube. I did like the person who was able to like quote chapter and verse on the physiological advantages that Michael Phelps has, which includes somehow being able to open his chest like in a way that nobody else can do, which basically turns him into a human flipper. I was like, this is, I mean, yeah, it's,
I thought you meant in some kind of an
Like an Iron Man
inhaler
type thing.
fashion.
or alien.
It did the way it was described. I mean, if you were just reading it and you were like, oh, if this was AI reading it, they would like have 2 human hands in stretching it open, and then somehow himself turning inside out and turning into like a missile underwater. And that's basically why he won all those Olympic gold medals, and it's essentially a cod. And then loads of people actually took that seriously. So, you never know what people are going to talk about on any given week. Please send any questions you have to us via postcard to Crappy Quiz Quizmaster, 8 p.m. Off the Ball Towers, Marconi House, Diggs Lane, Dublin 2. Now, let's get to it. Was that long enough?
No, yeah.
Are you happy?
Yeah, 3 minutes. Go on.
Are you not entertained? Round 1, not boring question round, never multiple choice. Today's questions all relate to famous sporting parents. Oof. Question 1 for you, Adrian. What well-known sporting parent has an autobiography called Knowing the Score, My Family and Our Tennis Story?
It just feels a bit gimmicky for what should be a straightforward round.
I mean, straight away complaining.
I know.
Yeah, I'm buying as much time.
Give me the title there again.
Round?
Knowing the Score.
Knowing me, knowing you, Alan Partridge. Knowing the Score, My Family and Our Tennis Story.
See what you're saying, all right. So my family, there's got to be more than one. So there's probably 2.
They play.
Boom, 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 boom. Come,
So it's either
Get the clock on.
give me an answer.
Come on.
he could have.
We're gonna have a ding. You need an
My
answer.
family's tennis story. The Murrays are not really that. I go with the Williams,
The title.
not the Murrays.
Judy Murray.
Ah, shite! I just thought it wasn't.
The
like-
question was what well-known sporting parent? Anyway, so
Yeah, the Williams dad.
Yeah, well,
That's what I was saying.
I didn't know name there, but anyway.
Yeah, but I wasn't trying to get this.
Mr. Williams, you. That's
Like, I
my
mean, it's just the
father's
fact that
name.
Andy was a tennis player and the brother played a bit of doubles, and that was it. I didn't really think it deserved.
Does that not constitute a family? A parent
Oh,
and then
it's just
2
not
children?
interesting.
No?
Judy
Okay.
Murray always goes on about the kids, so yeah.
Literally, when I was reading this for the first time, which is just a second ago, the not boring question round, never multiple choice. Today's questions all relate to famous sporting parents. The only person I could think of was Judy Murray.
No, but the Williams dad.
Like, I don't know, but
Mr.
at
Williams,
the same
the famous
time.
man.
That's because you weren't thinking on a critical level.
All right,
Williams dad.
second order thinking in your one, where you managed to talk yourself out of the correct answer.
Did
Congratulations.
Mr. Williams have a first name, Adrian? Or?
Sure.
That's literally the easiest
Sure
question
did.
that you could have possibly been asked. I mean, I'm fairly sure that there was just a movie out about him, which has his Christian name in the title.
Oh, Mr. Williams.
Yeah,
Well, it's irrelevant now. of
which
course.
won an Oscar.
yes.
Why would
King
I
of it.
demean myself?
The
by-
winning of that Oscar, it turned out, was literally the most famous moment in Academy Awards history. Is any of this ringing a bell?
Why would I demean myself by engaging in this conversation when the answer is
Slaps of ignorance,
Rock?
to be honest.
Mr. Williams goes to Wimbledon.
Exactly, that's it. Question 1 for you, Cameron.
Hello.
Peyton and Eli Manning's father had a 14-year NFL career, mainly as the quarterback of the New Orleans Saints. What is his Christian name? It actually just says what's his name here, and if you'd said Mr. Manning, I would have had to accept it, but I was on the hoof there. That's what good quality emceeing is all about.
See, this is where I find when
stick
the
that in your
smart
Midlands
arses
pipe.
who've been dishing it out on your questions, suddenly they get a little bit quiet.
Let's see.
Old Sugar Hill there.
What kind of... what would his name be if he gave his children names like Peyton and Eli? I'm going to go with Walter.
Walter.
I mean, I like I like that, but you're wrong. Archie Manning. They also have, there's the kid
King
coming
Archie.
through at the moment who apparently is quite good, whose name I actually am just completely blanking on at the moment.
Manning
Oh,
Jr.
that's it. I'm blanking on it because it's the same. It's Archie. No pressure there, kid. Question 1 for you, William. Now, you've got like many potential answers here. Name 2 father and son combos who both have played at least 10 Premier League games. Father and son.
Was that not an easier question?
I think yours was literally the easiest possible question.
Well, it could boil down to 2.
The most famous parent in world tennis.
Is
this-
Williams' dad?
But you can't name him. You don't know his name.
Mr. Williams.
But you know Judy Murray's name.
I actually never even said her name.
Well, I presume this is English
you not
First
know
Division
Judy
and
Murray
Premier
either?
League, right?
No, it's not. It's not. 10 Premier League games.
It's of the Premier League era.
Well, sorry. Okay.
That's what I mean.
The parents can have played in
The English First Division
Yeah,
or whatever.
yeah.
Which makes it just easier again, Will. So yeah.
Do we-
There's
no.
very few parents now who've played in the Premier League. and
No,
their kid has played as well.
It's all Premier League. It's all Premier League. Oh, one of them might not be. Go
You
on.
have to take English First Division here, surely.
I don't think so, but sure.
What?
No, let's clarify that now. Let's get clarity on that before he starts shooting off the hip air and then moans about it for the next half hour.
Sorry, is that your role? You don't want to be...
All Premier League. All Premier
someone
League.
taking
All
your
Premier
brand.
League. We're clear now.
Has he played in the Premier League or just in Europe on one of these? Let's see.
It's a tempestuous little morning here, isn't it? I have a half-eaten breakfast roll sitting here, which is actually ruining the environment for everybody.
Because you're looking at it going, in my mouth.
Well, I've had enough now, so I'm actually okay.
Okay.
But it's hanging heavy on the air.
I haven't
and
eaten yet today, and it's
exactly.
it's
There's like a Pavlovian response where you're seeing them drip and drool.
Yeah, this is great.
Well, try one that's probably going to be wrong because I think he's only played in Europe, and then we can go from there. Robbie Savage and Charlie Savage.
What the hell?
10 games.
10.
Oh wow!
Like,
no.
he's never played a Premier League game in his life, has he?
He's played in Europe though. I think he
He
may
came
well
on
come
as a
the
sub,
Premier
maybe in a
League.
cup
Yeah, I
game or
think
something.
No, I think he may have even come on in the Premier League.
I mean,
Anyway, he hasn't played 10.
10 games.
Certainly not 10.
Yeah.
I got lost in the breakfast.
The
roll
Inces.
talking. Paul and Tom Ince was going to be another one.
okay, well, I'm
I
going
had
to take.
Harry Redknapp and Jamie Redknapp, but Harry Redknapp played in the first division.
No, that was not Premier
I
League.
think that should
Will,
count. That's why I
that
was
was not the
checking that
question.
one.
That was not the question.
Are there any famous goalkeepers who spring to mind?
Casper Schmeichel and Peter Schmeichel. I
Yeah,
should have thought of them.
any famous striker turned analyst who we've had at a roadshow this year?
Oh, Ian Wright and Sean Wright Phillips.
And
But is he?
And Bradley.
is he
Anne
a-
Bradley,
Oh yeah, I was going to say one is adopted.
Paul Ince and Tom Ince. Any former Republic of Ireland, now turned Northern Ireland International, whose father was a
Oh, Steve and Alex
Brucey.
Bruce.
Yeah.
Steve and Alex Bruce.
See, it's easy when you get the old clue.
Well, it's when you've. Yeah.
Who did Gavin Strachan play for?
I've never heard the name Gavin Strachan in my life.
Gordon's son
Yeah.
made the list. Played 10 Premier League games.
Bradford
early.
maybe.
So Ian Wright, Sean Wright Phillips, Ian Wright, Bradley Wright Phillips, Peter Schmeichel, Casper Schmeichel, Paul Ince, Tom Ince, Alan Cork and Jack Cork. Steve Bruce and Alex Bruce and Gordon Strachan and Gavin Strachan. If you'd got Alan Cork and Jack Cork, I would have miraculously
Ended
just
the quiz.
I would have just given you another point. I don't know where it doesn't exist. I would have just poof.
Oh well.
So the scores after round one: Adrian 0, Cameron 0, Will 0.
3 eggs in a row.
It's just like
The
the
US Open of quiz.
or the Northern Ireland soccer results as are by match. Ards 0, Newton Ards 0. Ballyclare Comrades 0.
Comrades.
I really hope the next round.
Ballyclare Comrades.
Teams who have played in
Real
the
name.
Irish
Is
Premier
it?
League.
Yeah,
That's quite the name.
it is quite the name, isn't it? I'm kind of wondering, like, what was the Soviet influence? Was that one of those sleeper cells that they put out there and then accidentally? Well, it's a bit obvious, isn't it? Cancel that sleeper cell. Right, round two is the Wikipedia round. This name is simple. I will list from Wikipedia in order from first to last clubs. What are you going to call yourself?
Englishman up the hill came back.
Oh, for the sake of simplicity, the Englishman is what it says here.
Jeez. That's going to help with the old West Brit comments.
To avoid the complete carnage of a guessing free-for-all, each contestant must state their own name before guessing a player. Of course, this is a crappy quiz. Your nicknames are your crappy quiz nicknames. Who's Your Daddy, The Englishman, and Larry Birr. Failure to do so eliminates contestant from that particular round. Are you ready? One guess per round per club named. Whoever shouts the name first. The first player started their senior. This is why you have to read these things first. Started their senior professional career at Waskehal.
Huh?
I don't know. I don't know.
Who's your daddy?
Yeah.
Messi.
No. He then moved to Lille. See, I can do that one.
Who's your daddy?
Yeah.
Zidane.
No. He then moved to Arsenal.
Who's your daddy?
Yeah.
Vieira.
No.
Larry Birr.
Yeah.
Wiltord.
No. Come on, Francophile. You know some French Arsenal players.
I've heard of Lille before.
He then moved. You've heard of Arsenal. He then moved to Villarreal.
Oh,
Englishman.
Larry Birr.
Yeah.
Robert Pires.
No.
The Englishman.
Yeah.
Francis Coquelin.
No. Nothing. Who's your daddy?
Not really.
This one's going to stump you all. Before finishing his playing career with Cartagena.
Cartagena.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah? No. Oh. It's on the tip of your tongue.
it is.
The Englishman.
Tip of your tongue. Come on.
Is it Santi Cazorla?
Not Santi Cazorla. Cartagena's in Colombia. No, there's one in Spain. I've never heard of this football team.
Larry Birr.
FC Cartagena. Yeah, go on.
Is Lorraine?
No, it's not Lorraine. I'm going to offer you all an amnesty on one last guesses. Spanish football team based in Cartagena in the region of Murcia. Founded in 1995.
Oh, who's your daddy?
Yeah.
Flamini.
No.
Oh, shit.
I mean, he's too busy making money. He making bank. Okay,
is.
the answer is Pascal Sigan.
I said it last week.
Did you?
Yeah. I think that's why. I think that's why it's in this week.
All right.
God damn it.
I was going to say, like, nobody has thought of Pascal Sigan except Adrian Barry, and that's the dark recesses of his brain. That's maybe one of the things that we
He
should.
saw it in University French.
Have you ever done therapy, Adrian?
No, I would consider it, but I
specifically
haven't.
related to the crappy quiz, though. I'm not interested in the rest of your life, obviously.
I would consider it, but I haven't
That's private
as yet,
territory.
no.
But okay. Should we? Is there a therapist out there who would help us with this, so we could do it like for
They always call it the Adrian Berry round.
shits and giggles?
Well, there's just these like nonsense. It's whatever. Whenever I open my mouth to do anything other than give an answer, I'm perceived to be moaning. So I probably am moaning, to be fair.
The next question for whoever shouts their name first. This player started their senior career with RBC Roosendaal.
Who's your daddy?
Yeah.
Yandal Thomason. What's his name?
Yandal Thomason, he's a footballer. Congratulations, but he is not the correct
you're
one.
looking for.
Nobody?
Nah, give us an answer.
Nah. Sorry, I'm just sending a work email here while I do. The next one is he then moved to NAC Breda.
Who's your daddy?
Yeah.
Solskjaer.
No.
Larry Birr,
Yeah.
Van Nistelrooy.
No.
The Englishman,
Yeah.
Van Bronckhorst.
No. He then moved to Celtic.
Who's your daddy?
Yeah.
Pierre Van Hooydonk.
Yes.
Boom. That's why it's called the Adrian Berry round.
It's only taken 5
that's not
questions,
what I
but we
meant
are
by
off the
that.
mark. He then moved to Celtic. He then moved to Nottingham Forest. He then moved to Vitesse before moving to Feyenoord. Went back to NAC Breda and ended his career back at Feyenoord. Pierre Van Hooydonk.
Brilliant player.
The Rangers fans, of course, called him Van Hoodwink, and they were hilarious. Question 3 for you, for whoever shouts their name first. The last player started their senior professional career with Cardiff City. He then moved.
Who's your daddy?
Yeah.
Peter Whittingham.
No. He was a Villa. He then moved to Arsenal.
Larry Birr.
Yeah,
It's Ramsey.
it is.
Well done.
Very nice.
Obvious.
He then went on loan to Nottingham Forest. He had another loan spell back at Cardiff City after returning to Arsenal. He then moved to Juventus. He then moved to Rangers. He now plays for Nice and still playing. Yeah.
What a career.
So, who got Ramsey?
Me.
Will got Ramsey. Will has a point. Adrian has a point. Cameron is scoreless.
Cameron.
We are at the mid
Pointless, if you will.
Right, okay.
Yeah.
About to get destroyed in this round.
A little bit of bullying going on there
Just
here.
because I'm the Englishman, apparently.
Keep your comments rolling in on YouTube, youtube.com/offtheball. You can
I'm better than this.
tweet us at Off the Ball, or you can complain by text on 53106 if that is your choice. We're going to take a quick break back after this.
The Crappy Quiz
On Off the Ball.
with McDonald's curry sauce. Ireland's favourite curry sauce. Makes food taste unreal. The Crappy Quiz
On Off the Ball.
with McDonald's curry sauce. Ireland's favourite curry sauce. Makes food taste unreal.
Round 3, the Pass the Parcel of Doom round. In this round, all you got to do is give me names on a list of names that I have, and the Parcel of Doom passes on to the next contestant, who then also has to give me a name. We keep moving through the list until one of you gives me an incorrect answer, at which point the parcel explodes. Flesh and blood all over the room, and you will be eliminated and shamed forever.
So gory.
When 2 players are eliminated, the remaining player gets a point. As we keep saying, it's a lot of bloody work for a single point, but that's what the game is. Adrian, then Cameron, then Will on the first one. Adrian? Mm-hmm. Leinster. This is your bailiwick, so you cannot complain about this. Leinster players who have toured with the Lions since 1997 and had to be playing for Leinster at the time.
Oh no.
Johnny Sexton.
Sex Bomb is correct. 13 and 17, famously.
Who's next?
Adrian, then Cameron, then Will.
Brian O'Driscoll.
Brian O'Driscoll, 01, 05, 09, 13.
Sean O'Brien.
Sean O'Brien, 13 and 17.
Jamie Heaslip.
Jamie Heaslip, 09 and 13.
Gordon Darcy.
Yeah, 05, 09.
Keane Healy.
Keane Healy, 13. Missed the tour because of injury just at the last minute as well, so that was a dicier one than you might have thought, but go on, yeah.
Me. Rob Carney.
Robert Carney, 09 and 13, correct.
Tyke Furlong.
Taj, 17, 21. Adrian, then Cameron, then Will.
It's Cameron next, isn't it?
It's me next, I think.
He
isn't
just
it?
got one.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Well,
I'll go for Jack Conan.
Jack Cullen, I'm going to take because it's correct.
Dennis Hickey.
Dennis Hickey in 05 is correct.
Ooh, okay. Here we go now. Luke Fitzgerald.
Lukey is correct. 09. His eye famously examined by the fingernails of Skulkberger. It's not a card. You're grand. Get up. All right.
James Ryan. He went for the New Zealand tour, didn't he? Maybe didn't. I didn't. Oh, damn.
You out, sucker.
Is it me?
Yeah.
Shane Byrne.
Shane Byrne. Whoa. 05. Correct.
Wow. Barry with the big books. Robbie Henshaw.
Robbie Henshaw, 17 and 21. Two-time Lion tourist.
Bundy. Sorry. No. No, can I let me take that back?
Shots fired.
No.
You may not take it back.
Oh, that was such a stupid
I
answer.
unring that bell.
Damn it. But it literally as I went, but no. Damn it. Okay. I had Big Mal, that's where I was going next.
Why didn't you use it? He's like
Because I just... it
he's
was
your
a
spirit
stupid-
animal. You love
It was
Big
a
Mal.
stupid answer, Ger. That's
There
why.
is no other person on the planet, I would wager, that loves Big Mal more than you.
It's all accurate and highly embarrassing, but alas, here we are. Had you anything else?
Shane Horgan was
Shane
my last
Horgan,
one.
05. That's correct. We would also have taken Jack McGrath, Andrew Porter, Malcolm O'Kelly, and Ronald Kelleher, which would have been slightly contentious because certainly he was called up
Yeah, he
and
was in
went
the
out.
bigger squad, wasn't he?
Would have got tough after that, in fairness.
After that, we would not have taken Paul Wallace because he was at Saracens, and we would not have taken Eric Miller because he was with Leicester technically
right.
in '97. So it's 1-1-1, I believe.
Yeah.
After all that time, what a high-scoring epic this is! Just like Gaelic football in the '80s. FA Cup final pairings since 1990: Cameron, Will, Adrian. So it's who versus who? Both teams, to be
Both
correct.
teams. All right. I'll go.
1990, when football started.
I'll go with City Watford.
Manchester City versus Watford.
I'll go for Manchester United versus Arsenal.
Manchester United versus Arsenal. I'm just going to have to find. I can't find it, but it's definitely there. Arsenal versus Manchester United only once.
Yeah, the penalties one.
I was at that game. It was shite.
I'll go for United Liverpool.
United versus Liverpool is there how many times? Manchester United versus Liverpool only once. Wow. Okay, keep coming, lads.
Arsenal Hull.
Arsenal versus Hull. I'm going to take because it's correct.
I will go for Manchester United versus Everton.
Manchester United versus Everton, which was Manchester United. Why would Man United not be first in all of these? I can't find Manchester United versus Everton. When?
95.
Manchester
95.
United versus Everton versus Manchester United. Oh yeah, okay. Let's completely change the naming conventions on it. That's great. Thanks. Okay, sorry. Everybody's a bit bitchy today, aren't they? Come on.
Tottenham Liverpool.
Tottenham versus Liverpool. When was that, Adrian?
1990.
Do you know the names of two clubs who may potentially
Most likely Laura would have been in there, yeah. Bundyaki.
Cameron, Will, Adrian.
Bundy United.
Cameron.
Arsenal Aston Villa.
Arsenal, Aston Villa, correct. At one time.
I am going to go for Chelsea versus Middlesbrough.
Chelsea versus Middlesbrough. Correct.
Here's where it gets tricky. There's got to be a United Chelsea in there, isn't there?
What's your answer?
Manchester United Chelsea.
3 times. 3 separate occasions. According to Wikipedia.
I am going to go for, has it been mentioned yet? I don't think it has. Liverpool versus Arsenal.
Liverpool versus Arsenal. Yeah.
Man City Cardiff.
Man City versus...
Was that Man United?
Yeah. It was.
Damn it.
So I will take a Man United versus Crystal
Wigan.
Palace. Spurs versus Forest, Liverpool versus Sunderland, Arsenal versus Sheffield Wednesday, Arsenal versus Newcastle, Man United versus Newcastle, Chelsea versus Villa, Arsenal versus Chelsea 3 times, Arsenal versus Southampton, Man United versus Millwall, Liverpool versus West Ham, Portsmouth versus Cardiff, Chelsea versus Everton, Chelsea versus Portsmouth, Man City versus Stoke, Chelsea versus Liverpool twice, Wigan versus Man City, and Liverpool versus Chelsea. So that was a good round. Will, you won the point, did you?
Yep.
Will's on 2, and the other 2 chumps are 1 apiece. Round 3 of this third round, which goes Will, Adrian, Cameron. Hurling all-star goalkeepers since 1990. If only somebody was an expert in the area of hurling.
Yeah, that's rather...
A weekly hurling podcast.
Feels very weighted.
There was somebody on the team.
Ramps up the pressure ever so slightly, doesn't
Adrian,
it?
is that you? Cameron, is that you? Oh no, it's Will. Come on, Larry Birr, let's be having you.
Who's first?
You.
Me.
Will, Adrian, Cameron.
I will go with Anthony Nash.
2-time.
Me? 1990, you said.
1990, yeah.
Donald Logue. What are you laughing at?
You, as if the year makes any
It
difference.
does, of course.
It's like... Donald Logue's correct, 2 times. According to Wikipedia, for anybody.
Nicky Quaid.
Nicky Quaid, 2 times. Gonna get the papers, get the papers.
I will go for Davy Fitz.
Davy Fitz, 3 times.
Go for Brendan Cummins.
Brendan Cummins, 5 times. 5 times.
Gonna go with Owen Murphy.
Owen Murphy, I'm going to take 3 times.
I will go for Stephen Byrne.
Stephen Byrne, good one.
I'll go for Damien Fitzhenry.
Damien Fitzhenry, twice.
I'm going to bow out because I know no other hurling goalkeepers.
You probably do.
I probably do.
But
Are you
there
out?
I'm out.
So 2019 is Brian Hogan.
2019 was Brian Hogan. That is correct. Anything left in the
Yeah.
flapping doors?
How many answers have we left?
Creaky sound in the background.
That's about 10 left. That's
1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
few
6, 7,
multiples.
8, 9, 10. 10.
Oh, Jesus.
Good knowledge there from Will. There's 10 left.
I have one
Really
here
that useful, though,
I'm
is it?
ready to pull the trigger on, but I just need to, if you don't mind, give me a second.
I mean, you know, the clock is literally
Winded by
ticking.
this parcel.
The room is about to explode. Blood and guts. Come on.
I'll go with Scahill.
The intro every week. Doesn't have one.
Oh, shots fired.
I just want to get a.
Actual smugness off Will.
Who else did you have?
Increasingly over the last few weeks.
Jesus, I think Joe Quaid would have been fine for one to give me the point.
Joe Quaid would have given you 2 of them, yeah.
Shite, yeah.
Ger Cunningham,
Yeah.
Michael Walsh,
Yeah.
Tommy Quaid, Brian Murray, PJ Ryan, Gary Maguire, Darren Gleeson, Colin Callanan, and Stephen O'Keefe are the other names that we have. Right.
Callan
so
is the one that Quaid can't be happy with.
the score is Adrian 1, Cameron 1, Will on 3. A little bit of a gap opening up here now. Plenty of time for them to make it back as we come down the home stretch. Round 4 is the fun-free magic number round. Contestants get 3 points for getting the number exactly right. If no one manages that, the nearest contestant who doesn't go bust gets 2 points. Not as complicated as I'm making it sound. Again, I'm going to say we can only accept the answer that's written on your paper, and I'm going to have to ask for your pens once the music ends. So if you don't mind, give me the following number. The number of league titles that Emma Byrne won at Arsenal, plus the number of teams who play in the League of Ireland in both divisions, plus the number of times an Irish team has won the Heineken Cup or Champions Cup or whatever it's called, plus the number of All-Ireland senior hurling titles won by Limerick in their history. Your 30 seconds expires when Frank Sinatra sings Bright Shiny Beads. Papa, that's a man. Lives in a caravan. Strong at the finish, 'cause I eat my spinach. I'm Papa the sailorman.
Hear how they jingle.
Number of league titles Emma Byrne won. Number of times teams who play in the League of Ireland.
Bright shiny.
How many winners of the Champions Cup? How many All-Ireland senior titles won by Limerick? Pens down, buddies, including you, Adrian. Pen down, pen down. What number have you got, Adrian?
42.
What have you got, Cameron?
40,
I got 32.
44.
49 is the correct answer. Will wins again. 2 points for Will, 1 for Adrian. Nobody goes
Undershot,
bust.
though.
Everybody undershooting the runway here by a mile. The number of league titles that Emma Byrne won at Arsenal.
Is 11.
7.
11 is the correct answer.
That would have put me right.
Plus the number of teams who play in the League of Ireland in both divisions.
I thought it was 18, 10 and 8.
22.
At 19.
The correct answer is none of those. It's 20.
20. 2 tens. Okay. There we go.
Plus the number of times an Irish team has won the Heineken Cup/Champions Cup.
7.
7.
7 is correct. The number of All-Ireland senior hurling titles won by Limerick.
6
Must be 10, is it?
is what I had.
11.
11.
Wow.
11 is correct. So the score is Adrian on 2, Cameron on 1 and Will on 5. Is this an unassailable lead as we head into the rapid fire round?
Yes, it is.
Which will be decided in the no theme particular ridiculously easy rapid fire round. You each have 20 seconds.
Here are the questions that were written for Adrian.
1 point for each
I
correct
can't
answer.
count. I've just realised as well.
What did you have?
32, and I was meant to have 42.
That's an impairment in the numbers.
That's the way it works. That's. I mean, you're saying that to sort of
Way
give
to
yourself a
appreciate
pat on the back
rumbles, I
there,
guess.
but it's no recommendation, Cameron.
Are we serious here? You actually would have had 42 if you
I
just
would have had
been able to do the
42.
maths.
It's still short, isn't it?
It would have been the same.
I know. I'll forego the point, even if I had.
What do you mean
got
you'll
it.
Don't
forego the
worry.
point? What do you mean you'll forego? Whoa. What do you mean you'll forego the point?
If it
We'll
was
be the
coming
judge of
to
that.
me-
There was no
It wasn't
point coming
coming.
to you. It's
Was there
like,
not? Yeah, well,
Well, if you got 42, there would have been.
if the situation arose, I would have been a very good sport.
We're not in that.
Can I just
situation.
say, if you're a maths teacher or if you're a teacher or if you have kids and they're like, well, I'm never going to use maths, well, that's incorrect. You're going to need to be able to tot up under the pressure of the crappy quiz at some point in your future, and you're going to fail. If you're going to fail if you don't pay attention, you're going to be the new Cameron Hill if you don't pay attention.
This rant will be played in
So much
schools across
fun.
the country.
I've had a lot of fun today, guys, between the Englishman and just being roasted.
Pointless.
Great day.
Okay.
That Friday feeling.
You can
Okay.
see
Don't
Adrian
worry.
used
Don't
first
worry.
regard.
Don't worry. Don't worry. We're going to start with Cameron on the low score.
God.
And don't worry. As Adrian pointed out, these are the questions that were so easy that were written for him.
Wow.
I mean, the joke does get better at repetition, though. So thanks for that. Yeah. All right. Your 20 seconds starts now. What club does Joe Canning represent?
Pass.
Who scored France's goal at the Aviva on Monday night?
Pavard.
Who is the Derry football manager?
Pass.
Rory Gallagher. Hugo Porta played rugby for what country?
France.
Argentina. Who is the manager of the Netherlands senior men's football team?
Ronald Koeman.
Sidney Crosby is a major star in what sport?
AFL.
Ice hockey.
Portumna.
Portumna is the correct answer. In what ground will Ireland play France in the Six Nations
Well, that's
this
not a
weekend?
question. You're not getting that. You're not getting,
Well,
you're not
you can
getting
have
asked
it, you
that
have
question.
it.
No, the
Where
clock
are
is
Ireland, my
gone.
friends?
Musgrave Park.
Correct.
No, the clock is.
The clock was gone because the questions were too long. The questions were
What
written
the
too long.
Unprecedented.
And I didn't.
What? Unprecedented.
I didn't get through them on
And
time.
I not have.
I'm only
my
arguing on the basis
4
that, like, if I
whatever
might
points.
possibly get 1 or 2 right, and might actually.
And
finish
also,
out.
My legal team might point out you should just get the 7 questions.
for the joke to be a joke, they have to actually be relatively easy. Just for future reference, the first round of questions for the team person on, I thought they were hard.
Thank you.
Joe
Anyway.
Canning playing for Portumna is hard.
Well, the Derry football manager, right? Like,
Rory Gallagher.
yeah, but when it's written that way, might also have taken Rory Higgins, and I just.
Oh, yeah.
What we're saying
Hugo
is,
Porta played rugby
Derry
for what
City.
country?
I thought you said Hugo
Derry
Porter.
City.
I'm not going to lie.
I'd never heard the name Hugo Porta before this. I thought it was
The
like some-
sympathetic vote to Cameron to give him 1 after the buzzer. As long as that's on the record, that's fine.
Well, it's because I really stuffed up. Former Secretary of Sports for Argentina, born in 1951. He's age 71.
Hugo. Oh yeah. I'm sure there's a
That's
tape at
Hugo
home.
Porta.
Yes, sorry.
Yes.
Hugo Porta. Sorry.
He might have been this. Did he play against us in the Lawns game? Or it's like, oh, they're only Argentina. They must be shite. It's like, actually, it turns out they're really, really good.
He was
If he's
only
71,
he was
he was-
60 in 2015 then. So.
It was unlikely.
All right, Adrian, you're second. Your 20 seconds starts now. Andy Farrell played rugby league for what club?
Wigan.
Stefan Cumber plays for what county?
Cork.
Kerry. Who is the Bayern Munich head coach?
Nagelsmann.
Thomas
No, it's
Tuchel. Which Formula 1 team does George Russell drive with?
McLaren.
Mercedes. Who is the Republic of Ireland manager before Brian Kerr?
Staunton.
Mick McCarthy. Mike Trout is a major star in what sport?
Fishing.
Baseball. Who is the head coach?
That's amazing.
Go on. You started, so you finish.
Who is the head coach of the French men's rugby team?
For Christ.
Galtier.
They were pretty easy.
They were really
do you know,
easy.
I was trying to rush through them, and I should have taken my time because I knew the answers to a load of them.
You did.
And I just, I did, because I was like,
No, he corrected
Actually
himself
did, I did,
afterwards.
I did.
It's Nagelsmann. Oh no, wait, but it's rapid
oh, I knew
fire.
it was Tuchel. 'cause
Nagelsmann-
I-
no, it
of course
isn't. It's Tuchel.
Yeah.
So did we give all the correct answers? Stefan Cumber plays for Kerry.
That
Thomas
was a- that
Tuchel
was
is the
a
Bayern Munich
shite
manager.
answer.
Mercedes is the George Russell team. Mick McCarthy was the Republic of Ireland manager before Brian Kerr. Baseball, Mike Trout.
A Cumber is the one that's annoying me there now. I'm not gonna lie. Trout, I thought was a
Do you know
guy who
what?
should
Do you know
get
what's
bonus
annoying
Very
me?
good answer in fairness.
You know what's annoying me? is that
already
I
over,
got
isn't
that round of questions and
That's-
you got that round of
We
questions.
can just wrap up if you want.
Will's good at maths. He knows that this is like the biggest letdown since.
Your prize was
Last
a
week.
stroll and you fell through a pothole. That's what happened there.
Listen, you're.
Have a good Friday, everybody.
If you went to Specsavers and you should have worn if you were in your glasses.
I think though that the audience demands that we do the questions. I realise that Mick is at home screaming, "Don't do the questions! I got to keep them for next week. I can't do any more."
Do I have another?
Or he's screaming and going, use the questions, I wrote them last night.
Do I have another question?
Porter feels like it was bottom of the barrel
We're going to do Will's round to see if he can put together a record-breaking score and to see what Sil O'Callaghan thinks of his performance this week. All right, Will, your 20 seconds starts now. Mark O'Connor plays for what AFL club?
Geelong,
Who is the manager of Crystal Palace?
Roy Hodgson,
What rugby team played at Twickenham Stoop?
Harlequins,
Who is the Mayo senior football manager?
McStay,
What championship team played their games at the New York Stadium?
York,
Rotherham. Mitchell Stark is a star in what sport?
cricket,
Correct. What current Galway footballer father played in All Ireland finals for Mayo?
Oof.
What current Galway footballer's father played in All Ireland finals for Mayo?
Conroy?
No, Rob Finnerty.
Finnerty, come on.
Never mind. It still did
They
all right.
were. Let's combine
They're
our
harder
rage.
now.
Will no, because they were actually quite straightforward.
They were very straightforward. They were very straightforward.
Really straightforward.
You
Don't-
get the advantage by being ahead
All
going into the
thematic
final
as well. Face of the week.
Don't forget to check out our
Well
Twitter.
done, Will.
round. Thanks, lads.
That's at off the
Don't
ball.
know saying that.
Congratulations.
Thanks, Cameron.
Let me do the read.
I just want to get that out of the way.
Stepping on it all.
I want to get that out of the way.
Right. Don't forget to check out our Twitter to be in the chance to win some McDonald's goodness. We will see you next week for, I hope, a slightly better, more closer to the good, solid, dependable 7 out of 10 crappy quiz. Until then, go easy, sweet princess.
Rots in its grave this week.
The Crappy Quiz
On Off the Ball.
with McDonald's curry sauce. Ireland's favourite curry sauce. Makes food taste unreal.